Ambassador Zix clicked her mandibles nervously as she floated across the crystalline floor of the Galactic Peace Station. The massive structure, built at the neutral zone between five-star systems, had hosted successful negotiations for over 3 millennia. Today, however, something felt different. The humans had finally accepted the invitation to join the Galactic Council after decades of isolation following their brutal civil wars. The Vorthan delegate, a being of pure energy contained within a shimmering field generator, pulsed anxiously near the viewing port. These humans, he transmitted telepathically to the assembled representatives, they seem peculiar. Their biosignatures are unlike anything we've encountered. Dr. Sarah Chen stood quietly at the human delegation table, her hands clasped behind her back. Beside her, General Marcus Rodriguez maintained perfect military posture, his eyes scanning the room with calculated precision. The third human, an elderly woman named Professor Elena Vasquez, sat reviewing holographic documents with an expression of serene concentration. The Kepler ambassador, a massive slug-like creature with dozens of sensory stalks, spoke first. "Welcome, humans of Sol 3. We gather today to discuss your species' integration into our peaceful alliance. The Galaxy Council has maintained harmony for 12,000 years through diplomatic resolution of all conflicts." Sarah nodded respectfully. "We appreciate this opportunity. Humanity has learned much from our turbulent past. We come seeking mutual understanding and cooperation." The crystalline representative from Rigel 7 chimed with harmonious tones. "Your species' history is concerning. Our archives show unprecedented levels of intraspecies conflict. How can we trust beings who have waged war upon themselves?" General Rodriguez stepped forward slightly. "Every species grows through adversity. Our conflicts have taught us the true value of peace." Ambassador Zix noticed something odd about the human general's statement. Her species possessed highly sensitive emotional receptors, and she detected layers of meaning beneath his words. There was truth there, but also something else, a cold calculation that made her chitin prickle with unease. The negotiations proceeded smoothly for hours. Humanity agreed to technology-sharing protocols, accepted trade regulations, and even consented to joint scientific ventures. The Galactic Council representatives began to relax. Perhaps these humans weren't as dangerous as their files suggested. Then the Altarian delegate made a fatal mistake. "Of course," the blue-skinned humanoid said with typical Altarian arrogance, "your primitive kinetic weapons and chemical explosives will need to be surrendered. No species in the Council maintains a military force. We've evolved beyond such barbarism." The temperature in the room seemed to drop. Dr. Chen's expression didn't change, but Professor Vasquez looked up from her documents for the first time. General Rodriguez smiled a cold, predatory expression that made several delegates step backward instinctively. "Kinetic weapons?" Sarah asked quietly. "Chemical explosives? Is that what your intelligence reports told you we possess?" Ambassador Zix, emotional sensors suddenly screamed warnings. The human's biosignatures had changed dramatically. Where before she'd detected calm professionalism, now she sensed something far more dangerous: controlled violence held in perfect check. "Elena," Sarah said to the elderly professor, "would you mind sharing our actual capabilities with our new friends?" Professor Vasquez stood slowly and activated a small device. Holographic displays filled the air above the table, detailed schematics of weapons systems that made the assembled aliens recoil in horror. "These are quantum disruption bombs," she explained in a grandmother's patient voice. "They destabilize matter at the subatomic level. Effective range, approximately 1 light-year. We have 47 of them." The Vorthan delegate's energy field flickered wildly. "Impossible. Such technology would require stellar engineering capabilities?" "Yes." Elena smiled kindly. This is our gravity well manipulator. It can collapse a star or create artificial black holes. We developed it during our third corporate war. She paused thoughtfully. Of course, the nanite swarms are more elegant for precision work. They can disassemble a planet atom by atom in about 6 standard hours. The Kepler ambassador's stalks writhed in agitation. You speak of weapons of galactic destruction. General Rodriguez finally spoke, his voice carrying the weight of absolute certainty. Every human ship that brought us here is armed with these systems. Every human colony has them. Every human civilian knows how to build them. He paused, letting that sink in. We learned long ago that peace isn't the absence of war. It's war held perfectly in check. Dr. Chen nodded toward the viewing port, where Earth's small fleet waited in the distance. Those aren't exploration vessels, ambassadors. They're dreadnoughts designed to crack worlds. We brought them because we assumed you'd brought yours. The silence stretched for long moments. Finally, Ambassador Zix found her voice. Your species achieved interstellar travel while maintaining such destructive capability. We achieved interstellar travel because of our destructive capability, Sarah corrected gently. Competition breeds innovation. Conflict drives evolution. You've had peace for 12,000 years. When did you last invent something truly revolutionary? The assembled delegates exchanged worried glances. The question hit uncomfortably close to home. Professor Vasquez continued her lecture as if discussing gardening techniques. The dimensional phase cannons are particularly interesting. They fire projectiles through folded space-time, making distance irrelevant. We could destroy your homeworlds from here without you ever seeing the attack coming. The crystalline representative's harmonious chiming became discordant. This is barbarism. Madness. No, General Rodriguez said firmly. This is reality. Your galaxy maintained peace because no one possessed the power to break it. Now someone does. He gestured to his companions. The question is, do you still want our friendship? Dr. Chen stepped forward. We didn't come here to threaten you. We came because we're tired of being alone. But we won't pretend to be something we're not. She spread her hands peacefully. Humanity has spent millennia learning to coexist with weapons that could destroy everything we've ever built. We've developed something you've never needed, restraint born from capability, not weakness. The room fell silent again as the implications settled over the assembled delegates like a suffocating blanket. Ambassador Zix finally spoke, her voice barely above a whisper. The peace talks haven't failed, Sarah finished. They've just become far more interesting. The real question is whether your council can handle a member species that chooses peace while remaining fully capable of war. As alarms began sounding throughout the station and security forces scrambled to respond, the 3 humans stood calmly at their table, waiting for an answer that would determine the fate of the galaxy. The age of enforced peace was over. The age of chosen peace was about to begin.